Felicity for Get Your Rock Out, here with the wonderful Nathan James. How are you doing today?
I am very well, considering I just woke up.
Brilliant. Bear in mind, okay, we're at about 2:30 in the afternoon, and so it's not that this is an early morning interview, just that somebody's been asleep all day. So
Sorry about that.
You did have quite a bad journey up here, though.
Yeah, the snow kind of ruined everything. Again, this country just absolutely pussied out and could not cope with it.
Yeah, sounds about right, really.
Yeah.
And for people that haven't really heard much about you before, you've done so much, it's quite hard to know where to start. We'll start off, you were featured on The Voice and on Superstar. So tell us a bit about those TV shows. It must have been an immense experience for a million and one reasons.
The Voice first was a very strange experience. I got asked to do it. I got asked to go and audition like as a scouted person. So I didn't queue up outside like X Factor for fucking 10 hours or whatever it is. And they were fully encouraging the rock thing, and I was getting really excited because no one else was doing it. Then I got on the show and didn't get through because I was too rocky.
Makes sense.
Which is...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. And it ended up being won by... Oh, I can't even remember. Couldn't even...
Yeah, that famous singer that we're
do you
all
know that
listening
really,
to. Yeah, totally.
You listen to her all the time now?
all the time. Him,
Huh?
her. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a very, very odd experience, but I'm very happy I did it. It got me out into the public eye and got me a nice enough fan base so that when Superstar came along, which I did about 4 months later, everyone already knew me, and it put me in good stead, and I was the favourite for the entire time on Superstar until Andrew Lloyd Webber just took a dislike to me, which I'll be honest is not a bad thing, because I don't want to end up like Michael Ball. Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. And so you're not disappointed by how the whole experience ended?
I couldn't be happier with how it ended, if I'm honest. I'm really proud of my performances, and I'm proud about the way that I came across. I didn't want to be a pussy or a walkover, and I wasn't. I kept my integrity, and I'm very happy with how it came across. And as a result of that, amazing things have come my way since, which are definitely more what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you've just come off an incredible tour with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, so that's amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you very much. That came about because of my voice audition. A scout saw my audition for The Voice and said, we have to audition this guy. So they flew me over to Tampa and auditioned me, and then I ended up getting the gig, which started a little while after Superstar. So it was perfect timing. They got me my visa. They looked after me incredibly well, and I was on stage with some great people. I was on stage with Jeff Scott Soto and Al Petrelli, and just incredible musicians, and it was a great experience.
And so there are rumours that hopefully this is going to happen again. Can we confirm or deny anything?
I should hopefully back with TSO in the winter again for another tour. Yeah. And maybe, depending on the 2 new albums that they're working on, there might be a place for me on there. It just depends, because TSO is such a unique thing. Like, each singer almost plays a part. Yeah. And it's definitely a rock opera kind of situation. So if I fit the role of one of the singers on the next album, I'll be on it. If not, then I'll just be out for the next tour, which is not a bad thing. No,
not really. I guess you can just about cope with that. You've also got a couple of gigs coming up in London as well, solo gigs. So tell us all about them.
My solo gigs are at the Hippodrome Casino in Leicester Square, which is a beautiful, iconic venue. So many incredible bands have played there. It's about 200 seats. It had like £1 million refurb, and it's just absolutely stunning. And to be asked to do a gig there is a real honour. I'll be playing it with my band, which is going to be great fun. It's some covers, it's quite a lot of rock, it's also original material, which is really exciting for me because it's the first time that people will get to hear me do my original stuff and see the style and direction which I'm going, which to me is the most important thing about this year. So it's kind of like a christening, really, into original stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
And you've got There are rumours of a guest vocalist who is going to be appearing at some point throughout the gig. Is there anything we can say to this or not?
I've got I have 2 guest singers on the first night, and I can tell you one of them. One of them is a lovely, lovely lady called Micah from The Voice of Spain.
Nice.
She got into the finals of The Voice of Spain, and as we all know, Spain rocks. So does she. She has the most incredible rock voice, like really raspy, really gritty. And she sent me a tweet saying, "Just seen your voice audition, can't believe you didn't get through, you're amazing." And I was like, who is this girl? I had no idea who she was. And then I clicked on her profile, she has 100,000 followers, and she was in the finals of The Voice. So I said, would you like to come over and have a sing? And she agreed. So she will be doing a duet with me on the Sunday night. And then I can't tell you my Monday night guest just yet. But I've got great singers, great talent.
Well, we'll really look forward to that, whoever it turns out to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought out an album of covers last year, and this year you're really focusing on an album of original material.
Yeah.
And so what's kind of brought about the decision to go from the covers to the original?
The reason I did the covers album was because after being on a show called The Voice, I kind of wanted people to hear my voice, because 70 edited seconds, do you know what I mean, of a Bon Jovi track, you don't really get to hear much of what you can do. So it was kind of a middle finger to that show and not getting through.
Nice.
And it was partly because I wanted to give something to my fans and to those people who'd supported me already, and I didn't have a huge amount of time or a huge budget to put together an enormous album, and I'm proud of it. It is an album of covers, but there's some songs on there which have meant a lot to people, and 2 of my covers were played at my number 1 fan, a woman called Arlene, actually died last year, and they were played at her funeral. So to me,
that's an enormous
it's an enormous honour, and I don't really care about anything else as long as the fact that it's touching people who I've touched. You know what I mean? It's really nice. It makes you feel good about your little covers album you did in 3 days.
Fantastic stuff. And the original material that you're working on, I'm guessing it's in the rock style. Again, I'm gonna kind
It's
of
rock,
put that out there. Yeah, thought it might be the case. What if you had to compare it to somebody? Who would you compare it to, or does it draw on such a wide range of influences that that's impossible?
You hit the nail on the head the second time. It is. It's vast. I wanted to work with great writers in different styles, and I wanted to work with great musicians, and that's what I'm going to get to do with this album. The list of people that have said they want to work with me is just overwhelming, and rock fans are going to have to like it, because there will be at least one person on the album who people respect, and that was really important to me.
And is there anybody on the album that you can actually confirm yet?
One of the writers on the album, and someone who will be playing bass on a large majority, is a guy called Neil Fairclough, who is Queen's current bass player.
How did that come about? How did you pull that one off?
Well, can you see my slipper there? That's really
This is how rock and roll is going, isn't it?
I did a gig with a girl called Kerry Ellis, who Brian May produces for, very big theatre star in the UK, and he was playing bass for her, and he heard me singing with her, and after the gig he said, "Look, dude, I've got a song I'd like you to hear." Played me the song, and it blew me away. It is as epic vocally as Queen stuff. It is just stunning. It's got like some really great qualities, big orchestrations, really over the top, really exactly what I want to be doing. Yeah, it's very, very exciting. So I recorded that song with him. It's come out really great, and now we're doing some writing together and getting more stuff up together and looking at putting all that stuff on the album, which is very exciting. And he'll be playing on it. Yeah.
Well, that's just incredible.
Yeah.
Are you at the kind of stage now where you're feeling this is all coming together, or at the whole, I don't have a clue what's going on, I'm terrified far too much is going on, what's happening?
I think the great thing about this year for me is that TSO has put me in a position where I don't need to go and whore myself out anymore. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't need to do any more TV shows. Yeah. I have a little bit of money enough to make my album the way that I want to do it, and with the people that I want, and the people that most importantly want to work with me. Because something I'm finding is that getting respect from people in the rock world is going to be tough for me because I've been on TV. However, I'm a really stubborn little fucker, so I'm not really. The more people that say no is the more people that I'm going to convince. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. I'm very spiteful. So I will make it happen. Yeah, I'm very spiteful. And I really am looking forward to showing people this album, because no matter what you think about me, there will be something on my album that you enjoy, because it's vast. I wanted to make an album that, like the albums that I used to listen to of my favourite bands, you know what I mean? And I don't want every track to sound the fucking same. I just want people to go, oh my God, that is, as an album in its entirety, is a great thing.
I think that's a great thing to kind of aim for, rather than saying, I want to sound like this, I want to do this.
And I want a really commercial, catchy single, or I don't give a fuck about anything. Like, I basically just want to create a great album, like the masterpieces that there have been before. Do you know what I mean?
I can't wait to hear it. It sounds as though it's going to be a bit epic. Moving on from the music stuff, we've had a morning of cheese jokes.
Yes.
It's been good. So just, I think, for all your wonderful, wonderful fans out there, you're going to have to tell us your top cheese jokes of the day, because trust me, they've been amazing.
I did not come up with this myself. These are not my jokes. Can you clarify that?
This is a disclaimer.
This is not my joke. It's something I've heard today. How do you hide a horse?
Go on.
Mask a pony.
Just brilliant, ECU.
Cheese gag.
We need a drum kit.
Yeah, we do.
In order to make this a bit better.
It's going to suck either way. So what's the other one?
Which one? I think there were quite a few that were...
About a bear.
Oh, yeah, how do you... Oh, yeah, that's it. How do you tempt a bear out of hiding? Come on, bear. You see, the thing is...
Oh, God.
If all else fails, we can expect to see you on the comedy circuits, bringing out this kind of comedy gold. Yeah,
the Bob Monkhouse gags are coming back.
It's going to be popular, I think.
Apparently.
I mean, maybe, actually, at the London shows, you could have a 10-minute
like a
set
pre-cab of...
Yeah, perfect.
I'm really glad that we did this, because that's...
I am. I'm glad. I think this will make your entire experience so much better.
The singing is obviously not for me. I mean, I've been kicked off 2 TV shows, so I should probably take the hint.
Work on the cheese gags.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Okay, good.
So brilliant. Just to wrap up, the next kind of 12 months, you've got an album, you've hopefully got a tour coming up with them. Are you planning a tour of your own at all?
It all depends. I'm planning... What I can say is that once I've got my album done, I will be doing one huge gig.
Oh, okay.
Just before I go away.
Okay. Brilliant.
Which will be...
When do you go away?
In the end of October.
Okay.
So the one huge gig will be me and the band, because the album is going to be under a band name, which I can tell you. I didn't want it to be under my name. So
what's the name of the band?
I am not saying.
Oh.
Good try. Good try.
Oh,
what's the name of the band? No. So it will be under a band name, and it will be including my band, which will be 4 people and myself. And there will also be a string section and a horn section, and it will be a big theatrical rock show.
Wow. And is this one big show, have you decided where it's going to be?
It will be in London.
Okay.
And the venue is... We're having meetings about where it's going to be and stuff.
Brilliant.
The main focus is to get the album done, and then it's going to take a long time to have all that stuff charted up for a band and a proper... Yeah. I want it to be huge. I want it to be enormous.
Sounds fantastic. Well, good for you. Too many people, I think, aim for too low, but this sounds as though it's just going to be beyond brilliant. So.
I hope it's brilliant. I have so much passion for this right now, and the more I look around at our industry, especially in the UK, I think, fucking hell, like someone needs to get their balls out. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not scared. I will give it my all.
Glowing recommendation.
Get your balls out.
Yeah, if you're not, if you're going to...
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Get your rocks out.
Here we go, get your... Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
So if anyone, wants just one thing to take away from this interview, it's going to be I'm not scared to get my balls out.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I'm spiteful.
And you're spiteful. Why wouldn't anyone want to come and see you?
I mean, I'm adorable, right?
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
Thank you for having me.
It has been a pleasure, and we will really look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes,
Brilliant.
very soon. Thank you very much.